In this video, we will be designing a 3-unit bridge with the 3.8 biogeneric software. The biogeneric process is a little bit different than the bridge design in 3.6. Now that Sarah Connect has been proven to be a superior way to create traditional bridge work, it's important for us to be able to make temporaries while we're waiting for the SLA models to be fabricated and the restoration to be made. Here we have a model that's been marginated. We're going to hit the green arrow, and you will see how with 3.8 it's going to lay down all the proposals at one time and then manipulate them individually. This is different than in 3.6 where we went, designed, modified, moved to the next proposal until we were complete with the whole restoration. The biogeneric does a pretty good job at locating the proposals in the correct plane. The 3.8 software in general is much quicker than the 3.6 design process. Once it has completed all three proposals and made some manipulations, you'll see how the occlusion pops up. Occlusion on the molar is a little bit heavy, but this model is under prepped. For those who have been to Scottsdale, you'll recognize this as the SLA model that the 3-unit bridge exercise has been done on. We rotate to the buckle. Now we use the overlay, and we're going to see how the proportions work out with the biogeneric proposal. We will go and size the SLA model to fit in with the overlay. We're going to key into the mesial of the second molar and the distal of the cuspid. We align the vertical lines that represent that, and this way we get our proportions for the molar, first premolar and second premolar. The first molar is a little bit wide, so we will go through and double click that proposal. It will highlight, and then using the scale tool we'll be able to shrink down the mesial-distal width of that proposal and move the restoration back until we get a good contact. When that happens, you will see that the contact between the first molar and the second premolar is opened up. So we'll expand the second premolar mesial-distal a bit. And then we'll highlight the first premolar, widen it, and drive it back distally. Doing those movements, you can also see how the cusp tips of the buccal cusps are starting to line up with the triangles on the overlay. When we rotate it over for the occlusal view, we slide it down to the occlusal part of the overlay. This will help us align the cusp tips of the proposals to be in good alignment. When you're viewing the SLA model from this, the bumps that you see on the anterior teeth is the liquid reference that was used to help with stitching. The second premolar looks like it's a little bit narrow from a buccal angle standpoint, so we'll highlight that restoration. And using the scale tool, clicking on the margin, hitting the space bar so the whole tooth highlights, we're able to expand that in a buccal angle direction. turn on our antagonist. And when we have the antagonist on, if we were using our Form Minus tool, we were able to remove the material on the proposal just down to the surface of the occlusion. This is one of the nice things that 3.8 has brought back. It makes for very quick manipulation of the occlusal. So here we can see our occlusal scheme on the temporary bridge. A little more adjustment of the second bicuspid. We had a few manipulations that had to be done to fine-tune the biogeneric proposal, but as I said before, the biogeneric did a really nice job. The overlay definitely has helped with giving us better proportions, being able to manipulate the 3-unit bridge and getting to where we want to be. We'll go through and bulk up the connectors with the Form Plus tool. Now if we flip it over, the other nice trick is if you are doing this with a fresh extraction site, you are able to do an ovate pontic. You hit Trim, Control B, and that will give you back your model and open up the bottom. You're able to use your Form Plus tool to add material to the bottom of the pontic. After you have it far enough in, then you can use your Form Smooth tool, round off the edges. And it's possible to make a really nice ovate pontic site.